See, in this question, see, adsorption of a gas follows the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. In the given plot, x is the mass of the gas adsorbed. We know that on mass of m of the adsorbent at pressure P, the given pressure. X by m is proportional to what? See here, you see, let me write the Freundlich adsorption isotherm is equal to k into p to the power of 1 by n. Variables are x by m versus this is p. This is constant. This is also constant related to this one. So now actually if you theoretically write it, x by m is proportional to the p to the power of 1 by n. Proportional constant is removed. See, is asking x by m is proportional to what, and this is the case here. But is asking is it to 1 by 4 or p square, or power is 1 by n is 2 or 1 by n is half, that's all. So the all are correct here. Now slope is equal to, that is here log x by m is equal to log k, right, plus 1 by n log p. This is the slope. Here the slope is equal to, see given, you see, slope is nothing but the 1 by n part, and here this is the delta y is 2 and delta this is, that is the slope is equal to, that is delta y by delta x 2 by 4, that is equal to 1 by 2. This is 1 by 2 from the graph. So naturally if you, this is x by m is proportional to, that is 1 by n is equal to that is 1 by 2. So therefore now here this is correct, fourth one is correct, that is, this is the question from the IIT G mains and 2019 January 2019 January mains. Simple. See, first you should know the theory related to the topic. The chemistry, see, theory is important. Your thinking is not important. You should have the theory background. Without knowing the theory background, you can't do anything. See, right? This is. Here match the following actually. The item 1, item 2, 3 are given and he is asking. See, alumina, that is nothing but the aluminum oxide. So I am taking the B first. We know that is it is an adsorbent. Q is correct. Alumina, silica gel, that is activated charcoal, starch, all these things act as that is adsorbents. And benzaldehyde is a adsorbate. So you may ask how we know the word benzaldehyde is acting as a adsorbate. That is R. And that is normally it is a acetonitrile. This is that is mobile phase. See, just I am matching, but what is the meaning of the mobile phase? In the particularly chromatographic technique, that is we use a term known as the stationary phase and mobile phase. What is mobile phase? I told you in the chromatography theory, that is preferential adsorption. This is the adsorbent. It is used for the separation of the mixtures. This is the adsorbent. So then it is normally So in appropriate solvent, that is the adsorbent is dissolved and poured on this. Then what happens here? The adsorbent is adsorbed on the surface of the adsorbent. Adsorbate benzaldehyde is this one. See, this is held up on the stick to the surface of the adsorbent. Now to remove it from the surface of the adsorbent, some suitable liquid is used. So that is only comes out. Suppose if there are two adsorbates, mixture of the two adsorbates, this is A, this is B, not related to that one, AB. There are two. I have taken a mixture of the two components, two component mixture. It is taken, poured on the adsorbent. This A is adsorbed here, B is adsorbed here. That is preferential adsorption. Now a suitable solvent is taken which removes the what only one. If the acetonitrile is commonly used as the mobile phase, the liquid which is used to separate from the surface of the adsorbent is called as the, that is mobile phase. If acetonitrile is given, only B may come out. That is B comes out. A remains. A will not affect the adsorption of the, that is mobile phase that is used is does not affect the adsorption of the A. So that is not dissolving. It is dissolving only B. B comes out. Such that is called as the mobile phase. Then I know. So this theory, you are not familiar with that part of the theory. I have not discussed the in detail. That is the different story. This is A is R, B is Q, C is B. So this is 4 is correct. For this 4 is the correct option. Right? So there is some unknown thing is involved, one, that is the mobile phase and its meaning, and right? Coagulation of the arsenic sulfide, right? See, when you come to the and coagulation of a colloidal solution, what you should know the word charge on the. Suppose if it is negatively charged and cations are the coagulating ions. If it is the positively charged, negatively charged ions have to be taken into consideration according the Hartley and Sulji rules. That is the ion, active ion with the higher valency is the, that is coagulating power is more. Right? Arsenic sulfide. All metal sulfides are negatively charged colloids. So cation is required. Cation of, that is a electrolyte. Electrolyte means it is a combination of the cation and anion. So the salt which has among the 4 electrolytes which has a higher charge on the cation. So this is the Al, first one, Al3 plus ion. For this Na plus univalent cation. This is Ba2 plus. So divalent cation. This is again univalent cation. So which is the, this is the cation with the higher charge, 3 units of the positive charge. This is the better coagulating agent than the other one. More effective, aluminum chloride. So less millimoles is required. See, if the x millimoles of the aluminum chloride is required, if you take this, 3x millimoles is required. Each aluminum ion neutralizes the 3 units of the negative charge, whereas the sodium ion neutralizes only 1. So when it is Al3 plus is equal to 3 Na plus, 3 ions are required. The effect caused by the 1 aluminum ion is equal to effect caused by the 3, this is 3, this one, 1 millimole, this is equal to, that is millimole is equal to 3, this is 3 millimoles. Charge carried by the 1 millimole is equal to charge carried by the 3 millimoles of this one. This is the first one is correct. That is So almost is a repetition, and and we already discussed such type of this thing. Which of the following is not an example of heterogeneous catalytic reaction? Catalytic. In the surface chemistry, at the beginning I told you, and it is there are three parts in the surface chemistry. One, for our convenience, we say the adsorption, and second one is the catalysis, and third one is the colloidal systems, colloidal solutions. I have not small part. Catalysis part is very small part. It takes about one class or two classes on, that's all. But it is the more, that is the activation energy, and some equations are involved, mathematical expressions are involved in the catalysis part. It is that those equations and mathematical expressions are related to the chemical kinetics. So we will take up that catalysis part along with the chemical kinetics. There it is more appropriate. That's why that's regarding the when we get the word catalyst, and we are getting the word some difficulty. What is the meaning of the heterogeneous catalysis? So that is a reactant, catalyst, product, right? Heterogeneous, what is the, if the reactant as well as the catalyst, both reactant as well as the catalyst exists in same phase, and trivially we can say that if the both are in the same physical state, but that statement is not correct. So this is the both are same phase, same physical state, but same phase is different, same physical state is different. That is called as the homogeneous catalysis, catalytic reaction. If the reactant and catalyst, these two are in the different physical states at different phases is the correct term, then there is more than one phase, and that is called as that is heterogeneous catalysis. See, you take this one, ethylene, very common catalytic reaction, hydrogenation, and ethane is formed. Under reaction conditions, this is gas, this is gas. Catalyst is nickel, platinum, palladium. Nickel is solid, reactants are, that is gas. These two are different physical state, different phases. This is called as the heterogeneous catalysis, right? So it's a heterogeneous catalytic reaction. So this is a heterogeneous catalytic reaction. This is the, see, your hydrogenation of vegetable oils is a heterogeneous catalytic reaction, and that is this is liquid. Oil is a vegetable oil is a liquid. This is a hydrogen is a see, this is liquid, this is gas, whereas here what is used, nickel is used, it is a solid. Nickel is used as the catalyst for the hydrogenation, that is preparing the dalda. The liquidous oil on treatment with the hydrogen, in the presence of the nickel catalyst, hydrogenation takes place, and you get the, that is semi-solidus or solid material, which is known as the dalda or vanaspati or whatever it is. This is and Ostwald process. See, ammonia oxidation, oxygen gives, so that is the here the platinum iridium catalyst is used, platinum solid catalyst. So this gives the NO plus H2O. This is the Ostwald process meant for the preparation of the nitric acid. So ammonia is oxidized to nitric oxide first. Nitric oxide is further reacts with the oxygen to give the nitrogen dioxide. This nitrogen dioxide and reacts with the water in the presence of oxygen to give the HNO3. These are the three steps: ammonia oxidation to NO, and NO oxidation to NO2, NO2 dissolution in water in the presence of oxygen to produce the HNO3. This is that is this process, Ostwald process. Here platinum is used as the catalyst. So here platinum is used as the catalyst. This is ultra heterogeneous. Ammonia is a gas and oxygen is a gas. Reactants are gases and catalyst is a solid. Haber process, ammonia synthesis. Iron is used as a catalyst, metal catalyst, solid. Nitrogen plus hydrogen. So some chemistry part is required. Ammonia. This is the test conducted after the completion of the syllabus. Therefore, that is application part. Iron, gas, reactants are gases, catalyst is solid, heterogeneous. Ostwald process, Haber process, hydrogenation. 3R, that is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, not 3, 4. This. For combustion of the coal, nothing is required. So, and homogeneous, sometimes we use the word nitric oxide, nitrogen oxides as catalyst for this process. So leave that part. And so that is 3. These 3 are the correct options. 1, 2, 4 are the 1, 2, 4 are the correct options, right? So don't worry, some cases, and this is not exclusively confined, the questions are not confined to that is surface chemistry. See, they take some application from the other part. So that is hemoglobin and gold sol. Hemoglobin and is a positively charged colloid. This is the negatively charged metal. Colloids are the salts are the negatively charged. Therefore, which is correct? Negatively charged salts, no. Positively charged salts, no. Negatively and positively charged salts, respectively, no. This is positively charged. Hemoglobin is positively charged, and this is correct. Very simple, and the information itself, that's a theory we discussed about it. And this is also very simple, and this is also question from that is 2019. This just information oriented. Butter is a and emulsion is asking the solid emulsion, liquid in liquid type. Paint is a solid in liquid, and hair cream is that is also is an emulsion type. That is, this is emulsion. Gems, solid in solid. Both are solids. One metal oxide or metal ions are this one. Gem 2 is the correct option. Simple. Among the colloids, cheese, milk, and this is asking the correct combination of the disperser phase and disperser medium. First, cheese, that is C, is that is gel. This is first of all gel type colloidal system. Liquid in solid. Less of liquid, more of solid. Cheese. Milk, emulsion. Liquid in liquid. Liquid in liquid. The other one is smoke. Smoke is a solid aerosol. Solid in gas. Aerosol. Solid in gas. Now you check up which is correct. So C, solid in liquid, not. This is the liquid in. Cheese is a liquid is the minor component and solid is the major component. Now here you see liquid in solid. This is also correct. Liquid in solid, major component. Dispersed phase is liquid and dispersion medium is Dispersion medium is solid. Next one is which one? Milk. M. M is the liquid in solid. No, liquid in liquid, emulsion. See, milk is the liquid in liquid. This is correct. Now we get an automatic combination. That is nothing. There is no need to. Solid in gas. See, so 4 is correct. Just we have to recollect our information. That's the purely that depends on your understanding about the subject. See, false statement is, which is false statement? Latex is a colloidal solution of rubber latex, and say rubber particles which pass, no, say negatively charged. So this is wrong, pakka wrong. Only one statement. Tyndall effect can be used to distinguish between a Tyndall effect can be used to distinguish between a colloidal solution and true solution, correct? It is possible to cause the artificial rain by throwing the electrified strand carrying the charge opposite to the one on opposite one on the on clouds from the aeroplane, correct? Sand is or potassium iodide or silver salts, so normal sand is used. Lipophilic salts can be coagulated by electrolytes. Any electrolytes we can coagulate what is there. So, but for liophobic, small amount of the catalyst is required. Sorry, small amount of the electrolyte is required. Lipophilic, the more this thing is required. Stability is more, right? So all are correct except one. So one is correct option, right? Here is a problem question on critical gas. Hydrogen is given and gas critical TC is given. This is 33, methane is 190, carbon dioxide is 304, he organized for us. Sulfur dioxide is, so that's why sulfur dioxide does not obey the word gas laws under any conditions, because TC is the measure of the intermolecular attractions, which has the higher TC, higher or greater intermolecular attractions. Greater the intermolecular attractions, the ideal nature is less, right? Sulfur dioxide. See, what is the rule? On the basis of the data given above, predict which of the following gases shows the least absorption. Remember, not high, lowest absorption. Which has the absorption ability is less. So that is X by M is equal to extent or extent of the absorption is directly proportional to that is TC. That depends on the TC. So lesser the TC, that is lesser the X by M. Now among this, the hydrogen has the lower TC, extent of absorption is less. So 1 is correct, right? This is there are 9 questions in the 2019, that is January mains, 80 mains. So 9 questions were there in the total 6 papers, and that's why.